The rising sun frowned over the provincial town, and the roosters had only just begun to stretch themselves when the customers sat in Uncle Relkin's tavern. They were three: the tailor Merkulov, the policeman Gravitsa, and the sad postman Smisonov, and all three were drunk. Merkulov said, holding one of the policeman's coat buttons, "Don't say that. Don't. In civil institutions, the higher rank, even if we take only the upper ones, surpasses the rank of general in terms of tailoring. Take, for example, the court attire. Who is this man? What is his rank? But consider the description. 4 yards of the finest broadcloth from Brundle & Sons factory. Buttons, a golden collar, white trousers with golden stripes, the whole chest covered with gold, the collar, the sleeves, the loops, all shining. When you sew for real gentlemen, be careful not to bother them. Take the measurements and sew right away. But to go to them repeatedly for fittings and adjustments, that's impossible. If you are a skilled tailor, you sew immediately after measuring. Jump from the top of a tower if you must, as long as you land with your feet directly in the shoes. You hear? And next to us, brother, as I remember now, there was a police barracks. So our boss, Osip Baklich, used to choose from among the policemen the ones whose bodies matched those of the clients, and we would do the fittings on them. Then, yes, we chose a policeman whose body matched that of the count. We summoned him. "Come on, you fool, put it on and strut." He put on the suit, and what a ridiculous sight! The moment he looked at his chest, he trembled and, he fainted. Smirnov asked, "And did you sew for district officers? Are those important people? In Petersburg, these officers are like stray dogs. Here they bow before them and remove their hats, but there people say to them, 'Make way, don't push.' We sewed suits for the military gentlemen and the figures of the first 4 ranks. Merkulov continued speaking until 9 o'clock, recounting Petersburg glory and crying over his fate. Meanwhile, the policeman arrested 2 people, the postman made 2 trips, and Merkulov kept lamenting. At noon, he was beating his chest before the deacon, cursing his life in this miserable town. Suddenly, Aksenia, his wife, burst in shouting, "Go home! There's an officer looking for you." A stunned Merkulov followed her, and indeed found Captain Orchayev waiting to order a suit. The captain said, "Where have you been loitering? I've been waiting an hour. Can you sew me a suit?" "Your Excellency, my God!" Merkulov croaked. "Is this new to me? I sewed for Baron Shitosel, Edward Karlich, and Lieutenant Zembolotov still owes me 10 rubles." After measuring the captain, Merkulov stood in shock for an hour, then begged his wife for the money from selling the cow to buy fabric. She refused, hit him, screamed, but he forced her and began his new glorious era. He stopped drinking, prayed, and worked with solemn dedication. After a week, the suit was ready. He hung it on a fence, picked off lint for hours, and told the passers-by, "How hard it is to work for these gentlemen. I'm exhausted." He delivered the suit, returned proudly, and mocked his wife for expecting immediate payment. Real gentlemen don't pay at once. For 2 days he lay on the stove like a triumphant hero. Then he went to collect the money. At the door he whispered, Has His Excellency awakened? But the captain shouted, "Throw him out! Tell him Saturday!" For a whole month, Merkulov stood for hours at the entrance, getting insulted every time. "Go away! Not today! Come Saturday!" But instead of being offended, Merkulov grew fatter and happier. "That's a real nobleman," he would say proudly. "In Petersburg, they were all like that." At last, Ksenia forced him to demand the money, since it was the cow's money she needed back. She said, "Go ask him. Enough humiliation." Despite his fear, she pushed him to the captain. Merkulov murmured, "My wife, a foolish woman, the money was from the cow." The drunk captain stared at him with fiery eyes and roared, "I told you, you annoy me. Get out!" "Of course, Your Excellency, but my wife." At that moment, the captain swung his arm. Thwack! Cinders flew from Merkulov's back. Sparks filled his eyes, and his cap fell. Ksenia froze like a statue, expecting her husband to collapse in shame. But Merkulov's face lit up with pure joy. He whispered with trembling bliss, "These are true gentlemen, refined people, cultured people, just like Baron Spetzel, Edward Karlich, Lieutenant Zembalatov. They all did the same. Oh, that time is gone, wife. You don't understand. My time is gone." He picked up the fallen ashes and walked home quietly, still glowing from the humiliation.